Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
Let's fill it. Your challenge launch.
Ooh, we're going to fill our launch?
Absolutely. We have to have people in seats.
Oh my gosh. You know what? This is probably the most overlooked piece of every single launch. I'm just so amazed how many people, they don't realize, filling your launch. This is when you put the pedal on the gas and you need to lean in and you need to focus on this because this is the most important element of your launch itself.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus on planning things out, building things out, and that's super important. But actually having people come to your challenge launch and participating is super important because those are the people that you're going to be able to influence. Those are the people that you're going to be able to give those small wins and then get them one step closer to your paid offers.
Yeah, if you think about it, we say this in other spaces, but if you think about it in the real world and you were on stage and you had the perfect presentation because you know that you practiced your thing, you know your launch really well, you got it all mapped out, all the things going. So you're on stage, the light is on you, you're 5-6 feet above the seats, but then you peek out into the audience and you realize oh, all these seats are actually empty. Mm-hmm. Then it really doesn't matter, right? And what you have to understand is that this is a numbers game. Even though we have individuals and we don't want to treat anybody like a number, but from a numbers standpoint, if we do not have enough people that are sitting in front of us physically or virtually, and in this case, when we're doing challenge launches, that would be virtually, that our net results are determined based on that itself.
Yeah. And I think this is a part too where people get a little bit afraid, and maybe this is why they don't focus on this as much because they feel like they've been talking about the challenge launch a lot and they feel like they might be bugging their audience about it. So they might not put themselves out there as much, which inevitably leads to not filling up your challenge launch the way that you could. So this is where you kind of have to put that thought aside and really think about this is an opportunity to really share with your audience a way that they can get a small win and just open up their mind to different possibilities and to not worry. You're not bugging people. You're sharing what it is that you do. You have this launch mechanism and it's really allowing people to come into your world and get them one step closer to your offer, which is really where the true transformation happens.
That's true. And I think you hit the key phrase there is that so many people use that word, that phrase, bugging my people. Yes. I don't want to bug. And that's a self-induced, that's a mindset shift that I think a lot of us need to make because people get in your world because they want the goodness that you're offering. And if the best way of you being able to help them with the transformation is the offer that you're going to present, the best mechanism to giving them value to show and kind of flex your knowledge, your expertise, what you're about, is that challenge, is that launch that you're doing, right? So if you're not in a conveying in a convincing way, in a certain rhythm to get people to come in and be invited into that, you're doing your people a disservice because really your emails that you do and your social media and the randomness that you put out into the world over the year, they're getting little bite-sized pieces. They're never getting the full meal. They're never going to get really the full transformation that you can provide them. So we really need to shift this whole bugging mindset. And we really need to think about it that you are showing up, you're serving, you're creating awareness. Because how many of us, I know we're guilty of it. I need the reminder emails. It's something, you send something to me 2 weeks in advance. I'm going through, I'm cleaning out the email box in the middle of the day. Okay, this isn't relevant right now. But it's that, we even had it this morning before coming on this. It's we had a reminder, something that was happening at 11 o'clock in the morning. And we're oh, I forgot all about that. We were traveling, we were doing other things, and it was a great reminder. We did not look at it as being bugged.
Yeah, people do need to be reminded they're busy, and you may feel like you're saying the same thing over and over and over again. And you feel like, again, it's repetitive. Oh, I've already said this, but say it again because you're gonna really reach someone in a different medium. And remember, with your challenge launches and trying to fill them up, you're all out. You're really talking on all different ways to your audience. So this could be your social media. This could be in all the different platforms on social media, as well as your email. If you decide to do any paid paid traffic ads, even real world, when you're in the real world, remember the real world, where you're talking to people and talking about this challenge, like you're saying it in different mediums too. And even though you're saying the same thing, different people might be seeing it at different times. You might have a different lesson. You might incorporate a different story. It's always new for someone. And sometimes even if someone has heard it, maybe they, 3 or 4 times, they finally get it, on that 5th time.
Yeah. I love when we're coaching different individuals because they'll say, should I do this or that when it comes to like emailing or making, giving a notice of coming into the launch, into the challenge. And it's like, you need to erase that word or, and you needed to make it an and, because why should we throttle? And that's really what I want to bring it back to, is that if you're missing a piece, if you're like, I sent an email out last week, everybody should know to come. I'm not going to do it. Well, you know what? They got like 30,000 other emails from other people since then till now. And if they didn't sign up, it's not like they didn't have interest. You just need to give them a little nudge, a little reminder. And then when it comes to some people, I think a lot of us, we need to see it in multiple spaces, not just one. So we might see our email, or maybe your email's not even getting into the inbox. You're like totally leaning on that one resource, and it might be in the spam or promotions folder. Didn't even get in front of them. And you're like taking it personally that these people aren't, going into your launch. That's why we need to go around the entire world and our entire ecosystem. Like whatever social media accounts that you have, what other spaces that you can get the word out, don't take any of them for granted, because one person might just see one of those pieces and you think you're inundating them. And because of, algorithms and things being throttled, less than 3 to 6% of your followers are going to see your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever it is. Anyway, so there's a high chance that they didn't see the multiple messages that you did. We need to get out of our head thinking that, but we do need to go around the world and hit all of those channels.
Absolutely. So again, when it comes to your challenge launch and filling it, this is, again, one of the most important parts of your launch, because this is really going to set the tone, set the pace for what's to come when you actually, go through the challenge itself, and then what happens afterwards too. So really, really take some time to think about how you can really influence, talk to your audience, hit all the cylinders with getting the message out there. Don't be afraid that you're bugging them. You're sharing the information, and you need to be repetitive about this. You need to repeat it over and over and over again, because again, that information is going to travel. They might tell a friend, they might forget, and then remember, oh my gosh, now's the day to do that challenge. So we have to remind our audience. And again, this is all part of that filling the challenge launch that's really going to set the tone and set the pace for your entire launch arc.
Yeah. And if you think about it, again, why are we launching? Why are we doing this challenge? It is a mechanism to present our offer, our opportunity that we're going to give people a chance to enroll in. And if we throttle that, think about that's like starting, do you want a barrel of people to work with to begin with? Or do you want like a little sippy cup, to work with? And in a way, that's what a lot of us do, is we throttle, we give meaning to bugging and bothering people. And we don't want to do it, and we're really we're putting our foot on the clutch or on the brake, or we're riding the pedal, right? We're not really pushing down on that gas pedal. And this is the time to go all in, is the filling it stage within your challenge launch itself. Now, Melissa, I know we've been talking a lot about all this, filling the challenge launch. We've been talking about other elements when it comes to launches. I believe we have something that can help people through this entire arc, this entire process.
Absolutely. So we have our challenge launch challenge, and this is our challenge, which is all about challenges.
Whoa, that's meta.
And this is a challenge that we're going to take you through to really show and set you up to how to have a really effective challenge. And again, fill those seats in your challenge. So if you go to challengelaunchchallenge.com, you can sign up for the challenge, get started, and work on exactly the things that we've been talking about, filling up that challenge launch and really setting the tone to have an awesome challenge with your audience. So again, go to challengelaunchchallenge.com and you can get started.
Yeah. And it's so exciting covering this topic today, because it is all about filling your challenge launch. It's about understanding this is one of the most important elements. Is this is going to impact, this is going to be the ripple effect, because each stage, keep in mind that there's people that are going to slowly drop off throughout. So it's getting those bums in the seats, getting people to show up, so you're not sitting there in front of an invisible audience or only your friends and family members, there to support you. But then also understanding is that cascading effect, we are going to make the offer at the end. So the more people that we can get into the fill it stage, and how are we going to do that? we're going to pretend we're going to like rip off that little bugging people on our forehead. We're going to rip that mindset off, and we're going to go out and we're going to serve people. We're going to create reminders. We're going to create different ways and methods, and we're going to go around our entire ecosystem to remind people. Because again, the opportunity that we're creating, this is a launch mechanism. The challenge is a launch mechanism that's going to allow and guide people in to see what is possible so they can have that progress, those quick wins, and you are going to fill it. That's so key and so important.
Yeah. So this has been an awesome episode. We love talking on this. If you love today's show, please subscribe to the Online Marketing Podcast. This is where we talk all things on marketing and selling our offers. And make sure you share it with a friend too. We would love for them to have a listen.
Yeah. And until we talk again, remember, you're just one step away from becoming an adaptive marketer.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.
Are you tired of juggling 10 different tools just to run your online business? One for your emails, another for your courses, another for scheduling, and don't even get me started on the funnels. Here's the truth. Most platforms give you features. Funnels Cake gives you results. Funnels Cake is the only all-in-one system built for course creators, membership site owners, and coaches, combining powerful software, proven marketing strategy, and real human support. That means you get everything you need to build, launch, and grow your business, all in one place. No more duct tape, no more wasted subscriptions, just one sweet system to run it all. And the best part? It's only $97 a month, and that includes daily coaching calls, 24/7 live chat with real people, and access to our entire digital ClassPass library, over $20,000 worth of funnels, templates, and courses. So if you're ready to finally stop struggling with tech headaches and actually grow your business, head to funnelscake.com. That's funnels with an S, cake.com. Funnels Cake. Software, strategy, support. Your business made sweeter.